I want to speak to you in this moment, because the miracle you have long awaited and the blessing you once thought would never touch your life have now been approved in the highest place. My beloved child, let your heart become still and listen to me with deep awakeness. For not every day do you stand before a moment marked by heaven as you do today. There are things I have prepared for you that have passed through many layers of testing, many seasons of silence, and many doors that seemed firmly shut, but now everything is being arranged to move in a direction that works for your good. Your name has not been swallowed by darkness, nor has it been forgotten among the countless voices of the world. Before my eyes, you still shine in the unique way I placed within you from the beginning. And if you open your heart to receive this word with pure faith, you will begin to recognize signs that can completely turn your life around. Do not take lightly the urgency of this hour, my child, because there are moments when I draw nearer to you through silence, through a reminder, through a gentle yet powerful stirring in your deepest place. This is not a passing word for you to hear and then let the wind carry away. This is the voice of my mercy, an invitation for you to step out of hesitation and enter the land of trust. The things surrounding you may scatter your mind, and daily concerns may pull your attention away. But I want you to pause for a moment. Look toward me. Remember that the one speaking to you is also the one who has the authority to move the mountains blocking your path. Calm the waves inside your heart and open a way where you once thought there was only a dead end. I see the burden you are carrying, not only the things others can see on the outside, but also the nameless weariness you hide behind your smile. I know the nights when you lie still while countless questions rise within your heart. I know the prayers you whisper in silence, the sighs you dare not turn into words, the moments when you wonder whether I truly hear you. There were times when you thought your tears had dissolved into nothingness, that your pain was not great enough for heaven to notice, that your waiting was only a long road without an answer. But today, I place my hand upon your heart and say, I have heard you. I have seen you. I have been with you, even in the moments when you thought you were standing alone in a wilderness. Your appointed time has not been cancelled. It has only been preserved until everything that needed preparation had come into place. The miracle you thought was still suspended far away is now being drawn closer to you by my hand. Not because you have been perfect, not because you have never been weak, but because I love you with patient love, and I am faithful to what I promised within your heart. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are not a name overlooked on the list of blessings. You are the child I cherish, the one I have preserved through many dark seasons, the one I am now calling into a change that the world cannot explain by ordinary reason. So listen to every word with a tender heart, because many times a breakthrough does not arrive with a loud sound, but is hidden in the moment when you decide to trust me one more time. My beloved child, it is not by accident that you are here, listening to these words in the very season when your heart has been searching for a sign. I led you near this calling because there are things within you that need to be awakened after a long time under the covering of sorrow. The world may have underestimated you, may have said you were not valuable enough, not remarkable enough, not strong enough to receive something great. Even those closest to you may once have doubted you and failed to see what I was placing within you. But my child, the gaze of humanity is not the final sentence over your life. I saw you before others knew you. I called you with love before the world had time to place names upon you that wounded you. You must understand that you are loved far more deeply than you have ever dared to believe. I do not love you with a fragile love that changes according to your success or failure. I love you with steadfast kindness, with unfailing protection, with the patience of a father who knows every crack within you and still calls you precious. The promises I placed over your life are not empty sentences meant to soothe you for a moment. They are living seeds that, even when buried deep beneath the soil, still carry within them the season of sprouting. You may not yet see the stem, the fruit, or the answer clearly appearing, but that does not mean I am not working. In the hidden place, I am watering, preserving, and causing what belongs to you to grow at the right time. No power can erase what I have appointed for you while you remain in trust. What can slow you down is not my weakness, for I am not weak. But the moment you allow fear to speak louder than my voice, fear will tell you to step back, to doubt, to protect yourself by no longer hoping. But faith will whisper, take one more step, open one more door. Believe that your Father does not lead you to the edge only to abandon you. I do not condemn you for having been afraid. I simply do not want you to hand over the leadership of your life to that fear. Let your heart return to me, and you will see peace begin to replace confusion. In this hour, I am inviting you to respond not with hurried words, but with deep agreement in your heart. Let heaven see that you still believe, even though your eyes have not yet seen the whole path. Let your life declare that you no longer belong to despair, that you are no longer held captive by old disappointments, that you no longer bow before the voice that once said you would never come out of this situation. I am placing a new season before you, but to step into that season, you must leave behind the old garment of doubt. Let go of the condemning words that have clung to you for too long, and receive the courage I am breathing into you. My child, what I am about to do is not merely change a few small details in your life. I am rearranging things from the root, restoring what has been worn down, healing the places once neglected, and opening the way for good news to come to you in a way you do not expect. Perhaps a call will arrive, an opportunity will open, a door will be revealed, an encounter will change your direction, or a new peace will flood your heart before the outward circumstances have even shifted. Whatever way I choose, remember that my hand always moves with wisdom. I do not arrive late. I do not mistake the address. I do not forget your name. So stand firm today with renewed faith. Receive my word like a seed sown into the tender soil within you. Let this urgency not frighten you, but awaken you. Let the waiting you have endured not make you bitter, but teach you to cherish what is coming. I am nearer to you than you think, removing the things that block the way, preparing good news powerful enough to reverse the heaviness you have carried for so long. You are the one I love, the child I do not release from my hand, the one called out of the shadow of delay into the light of the appointed time. Open your heart, trust me, and let me lead you, because your miracle is no longer far away. It is drawing near to you in peace, in power, and in my love that never runs dry. Right now, The gates of blessing from above are opening wide for you. And I want you to recognize that this moment has not come to frighten you, but to awaken the faith that was once buried beneath too many seasons of waiting. You have walked through long days longing for a small sign, a gentle answer, a miracle enough to let you know that I am still real, still near, and still watching every weary step you take. Today, I speak to you with the love of a father. You are standing at the very edge of a new beginning. What lies ahead of you is not coincidence, but a portion of blessing prepared through many generations. The quiet prayers of those who came before now gathered into a harvest for your life. The one who opened a way where there seemed to be no way. The one who nourished the chosen in the day of scarcity. The one who protected the faithful in the dangerous den, is the same one working in your circumstances today. Nothing is too heavy for my hand. No mistake in the past. No fall you have carried. No regret weighing on your heart can be greater than the grace I have for you. If you trust me in this hour, let your heart become courageous. Step forward in faith and speak to me with complete sincerity. Father, I receive. Before you step deeper into the new season, I want you to become still for a moment and ask yourself, are these words touching the hidden place within you? Do you feel a gentle warmth, as though an unseen hand were being placed upon the most weary parts of you? That is not a passing emotion. My beloved child, it is my invitation. When you respond with a small act of faith, it can become a lamp lighting the way for someone else who is also wandering in search of hope. Do not take simple obedience lightly, for sometimes a small gesture placed in my hands can become a bridge that brings a lost heart back to the light. The prayers you once whispered in the night did not vanish into empty space. They touched the place where I dwell. There are battles in the unseen realm that you have never seen. Protections I placed around you when you thought you were only trying to survive one more day. When you were weakest, I was still fighting for you. When you no longer had enough words to pray, I still understood your sighs. When you thought a smile would never return to your lips, I was quietly preparing a new morning. My child, I saw the nights when you lay still with a heavy heart. The moments when you tried to appear normal before others, while inside you were full of unhealed wounds. I counted every tear of yours, not as someone watching from far away, but as a father who treasures every drop of sorrow from the child he loves. Your waiting has not been meaningless. Every day that seemed delayed was actually a day when I was shaping, preparing, arranging, and placing everything in its proper position. Every door that had not yet opened was not meant to humiliate you, but to protect you from what had not matured. Every silence was not abandonment, but a place where I taught you to hear my voice more clearly. I am not late. My child, I have never been late. My timing is not controlled by human impatience, nor is it ruined by the days when you thought you had missed your chance. When I decide to renew your life, everything will move according to my order. And in the moment you open your heart and respond, that new season begins to take root within you before it blooms before everyone's eyes. My power has no limits, and the word I speak does not return empty. When I command restoration, broken things must begin to find their way back together. When I call provision to come, even closed doors must make room for the path I open. When I place protection around you, no darkness can cross the boundary I have set. Right now, I am pouring over you waves of healing, provision, peace, and shelter. I see the sickness that makes you anxious, the financial pressure that steals your sleep, the loneliness that makes you wonder whether you have been forgotten. I see broken relationships, quiet fears you dare not tell anyone, and wounds you hide behind a strong appearance. My beloved child, I am not blind to your pain. My hand is powerful enough to lift you from any depth. There is no place too dark for my love to reach. There is no chain too strong for my grace to loosen. There is no adversary strong enough to steal you from my keeping. Remember this, you are covered by my sacrificial love, guarded by my bright messengers, and held in the palm of my hand. No darkness, no poisonous word, no scheme formed against you can rise higher than what I have declared over your life. Weapons may be formed, but they do not have the authority to decide your outcome. Opposition may speak loudly, but it has no power to erase your name from the promise. You may have been wounded, misunderstood, and left behind in harsh seasons. But you are not defeated. I preserved you not so you would remain forever in mere survival, but so you would rise in freedom. I am rebuilding steadiness within you, returning your voice, joy, clarity, and courage, everything sorrow once tried to take away. Let my words sink into the deepest places within you, the places not everyone is allowed to enter, the places where you have stored nameless fears and dreams you have not dared to touch for a long time. You are not a faded face among the crowd. You are not nameless in my eyes. I have called you by your very name. Before you were carried in human arms, I knew the days of your life. Before you knew how to ask, I knew what you needed. Before you could name your dream, I had already placed good seeds within you. Every gift you carry, every sacred longing that rises in you, every ability you once thought was small, was sown by me so that in the right season it would bear fruit. The world may tell you to be silent, to shrink back, to accept standing behind others. But I am calling you to rise. I am not calling you to rise in arrogance, but in dignity. I am not calling you to move forward in haste, but in obedience. I am not calling you to prove yourself by your own strength, but to believe that I am still writing your story. That story is not over. My beloved child, the most beautiful chapters are still waiting to be opened beneath my hand. What you once thought was a final ending was only a pause before I changed the rhythm of your journey. I am the one who writes faith within you, and I am also the one who completes what I began. I am the one who redeems the years that seemed lost, the one who provides in seasons of emptiness, the one who protects you when you can no longer protect yourself, and the friend closer to you than every comfort the world can offer. My child, through the love and sacrifice of my only begotten, you are invited to step into freedom, freedom from shame, freedom from fear, freedom from sin, freedom from the chains of the past, and freedom from every false definition others once placed upon you. So, lift your head, breathe as one who is forgiven, loved, chosen, and guided. The door is opening, grace is pouring down, and the new season is calling your name. Step in by faith, for I am with you. And what I have begun within, you will not stop halfway. Now is the time for you to enter my presence with boldness, no longer avoiding me, no longer hiding behind silent fears. My beloved child, I do not call you near to judge you harshly, nor do I open my arms only to make you tremble over the things in you that are not yet perfect. I call you because I love you, because I know you, because I see every layer of weariness you have tried to cover with a smile, every question you swallowed into your heart, every battle you quietly faced when no one stood beside you. You do not need to make yourself perfect before coming to me. You do not need to find beautiful words to explain your pain. Bring me even the things that are still tangled, the doubts that do not yet have answers, and the wounds you do not yet know how to name. I am vast enough to hold it all, gentle enough not to break you further, and powerful enough to turn the fragments within you into a testimony of restoration. Do not fear that your questions will make me leave you. I am not so small that I am shaken by your uncertainty, nor am I so distant that I fail to understand why you have had days of weakness. I know you have tried to believe, tried to stand, tried to smile. You tried to say you were fine while inside you needed to be held up. I know there were moments when you whispered in silence that you did not know how much longer you could continue. But my child, in those very moments, I was closer than you realized. My grace does not run out when you are tired. My mercy does not diminish when you stumble. My love is not withdrawn simply because you do not yet understand the whole path. Every morning, I set before you a new breath, a new light, a new chance to recognize that you are still being held in my hand. The world may look at your circumstances and say that what you are waiting for is too far away. What you believe is too great. What you hope for is impossible. But do not let the world's voice become louder than the voice I am whispering in your heart. What is impossible in human eyes is not my limit. The doors locked before you do not confuse me. The resources you have not yet seen do not make me lack anything. The roads that have not yet appeared do not stop me from leading. I am the one who sees you when you feel invisible, the one who knows you when you think no one understands, the one who still wants to give you good things far beyond the limitations pain once built inside your mind. So when you feel a gentle stirring rising within your heart, do not quickly dismiss it. Do not call it imagination simply because it comes quietly. Some divine appointments do not resound with loud noise, but arrive like a stream of peace touching the deepest place within you. Right now, I want you to stand firm in your faith, not through outward display, but through a quiet decision within. You will not depart from the hope I have planted in you. What you are waiting for has not been forgotten. What you have prayed for has not been abandoned. What seems delayed is actually being arranged according to my wise timing. There are blessings that have been prepared for a long time, but I do not only want to place them in your hands, I also want to prepare your heart to receive them without losing peace, humility, and purity. When what I promised begins to appear, you will see with your own eyes that I was working even in the days when you thought everything was standing still. You will understand that silence was not absence, that waiting was not rejection, and that the tears you once shed did not vanish meaninglessly into the dark. And as you listen to these words, I am speaking peace into the storms that try to swallow your heart. I am placing a gentle hand upon the places within you that have been unsettled for too long. I know how many times you felt like someone forgotten in the crowd, as though your cry dissolved into the noise of life, as though no one truly stopped long enough to understand what you were enduring. But I have never lost a single hidden word of yours. Every sigh, every longing, every small hope you tried to keep has touched me. The pains you hid so you would not trouble anyone. The dreams you folded away because life became heavy. The desires you no longer dared to mention because you feared one more disappointment. I saw them all. And I do not see them as weakness. I see in you a precious perseverance. A small flame still burning, though strong winds have blown against it many times. Remember that my eyes have never left you for even a moment. When you went through days when it seemed no one recognized your efforts, I saw. When you chose what was right, though your heart was hurting, I saw. When you stayed silent instead of answering with bitterness, I saw. When you continued to pray though there was no clear answer yet, I saw. And now, as you open your heart to receive my word, I am beginning to pour out the things preserved for you through many seasons. Not everything will come in the way you imagined, but everything I do bears the mark of wisdom and love. Some gifts come as inner stillness. Some blessings come as a door opening at the right time. Some healing comes when you realize you no longer hurt as you once did. Some restoration comes quietly, yet more enduringly than anything loud. Therefore, do not force your heart to understand everything before it believes. Do not demand that your eyes see every outcome before you walk. There are things I reveal only when you place your foot on the path. There are promises that begin to open only when you respond with peaceful obedience. Let your faith rise, not like a rushed shout, but like a clear stream flowing through dry ground. Let your words testify that you still believe me, still choose me, and still open your heart to my timing. There is no need to run after pressure, no need to panic out of fear of missing out, because what belongs to me brings clarity and does not sow chaos. But you must remain awake, respond, and stop seeing yourself as someone standing outside of blessing. I am calling you closer. Not so you may beg like a stranger, but so you may recognize yourself as a beloved child. My favor is coming to you in ways you have not expected. There are people who will be stirred to help you. There are doors that will open after many silent months and days. There are answers that will arrive right when you think you have reached your final limit. There are things you once thought were lost that will return in a new form, no longer stained with old pain, but covered with peace and meaning. But when that happens, remember to keep your heart tender. Remember that blessing does not come so you can exalt yourself, but so you can know how merciful I have been to you. Remember that abundance is not only what is placed in your hands, but also the ability to live more generously, love more deeply, forgive more gently, and walk more steadily. Watch what I will do when you say yes to me with your whole heart. A small yes in your hands can become the beginning of a great season of transformation when placed in my hands. Do not underestimate your response. Do not think you are too weak to be used, too late to be restored, too wounded to be healed, or too ordinary to be called into what is good. I do not see you by the measure of the world. I see you through the love that knew you before the days when you understood yourself. And today, I want you to rest in this. You are not forgotten. You are not excluded. You are not delayed from my plan. I am leading you, holding you, and calling you to step into my presence with pure faith. Come near, beloved one, for in me you will find peace for the storms, light for the dark places, and the promise gradually becoming reality before your eyes. This is not the season for you to step back in fear, nor is it the season for you to sit in regret over what has passed. I have not called you to keep turning your head toward old losses, nor do I want you to imprison yourself within things that have already closed. Instead, I am gently lifting your eyes to look ahead, toward the new things I am quietly preparing. You have passed through fires that could have made many people collapse. You have walked through days when it seemed you no longer had the strength to stand. Yet you are still here, still breathing, still believing, still being preserved. Because my hand has never left you, what you called failure, I used as a stepping stone. What you thought was a setback, I arranged as the foundation for a stronger return. Nothing in your life is wasted when it is placed in my hands. For I can cause beauty to rise from ashes, peace to bloom after the storm, and hope to shine brightly in the very place that was once covered in darkness. Therefore, do not let fear speak louder than my calling. Do not let painful memories convince you that the future will be the same as the past. I am doing a new thing within you, not loudly, but deeply, not hastily, but surely. My holy breath is moving through the dry places of your life, awakening the dreams you once thought had faded, reviving the faith you once buried deep because you were too weary. There are doors you thought had closed forever, but I still hold the key. There are promises you thought had drifted far away, but I am still preserving them for the appointed time. My child, do not doubt my power to turn weeping into joy, the long night into dawn, and broken places into testimonies of grace. Then you will rise, not with pride, but with deep gratitude. You will tell how I lifted you from the lowest place, carried you through the hardest season, and those who look upon your life will not only see your revival, but also behold the glorious light of my presence shining through that story.